Abbey Shores, where shadows play, the alley whispers night and day. In Abomination, alley's grip, where fear and danger tightly knit. Oh, the alley breathes a tale untold of secrets dark and hearts grown cold. Abbey streets, they'll pull you in to the depths where sin begins.
Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course we're playing Abomination Alley, our BRP actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason. And with me as usual will be Carr playing Teak, Sarah playing Vivian, Eric playing Michael, Jeremy playing Salvador, and Rappy playing Charlie. And everybody shifted, which means we just lost somebody.
Yeah, we just lost Jeremy.
Jeremy!
Oh,
I thought
This
maybe
is the
they'd
night-
frozen up.
This is the night of technical asshole.
no. Their computer went to crap.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
Was it just me or was it everyone?
Just you.
Just you.
Okay, just making sure.
No, the timing was.
You're now
just-
Teak.
Yeah,
Go.
no. I heard, hello, welcome to Dire Bear, and then that was it.
No, the timing that was perfect is immediately after Jason said, "Jeremy playing Salvador." There went your camera.
You're like,
It
I'm
was-
out.
I have to make an entrance.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Let's see, who did I get to? Did I get to Rappy?
You got to
Not yet.
everyone.
Yes, you did to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because then after
okay.
that, he's like, everybody shifted. We lost one.
Yeah.
We're just cursed. It's fine. Just smile and move on, people. Smile.
Smile and wave.
wave.
folks.
All right, who
Smile
remembers
and
what happened
wave.
last week?
We're consistent at least.
It was the episode, or we were doing the quasi investigation after the guy's throat got ripped out at the formal ball that we all went to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I call it a ball. Well, I don't know. There was dancing.
Well,
You could stretch.
A
stretch
formal
that.
event.
Yes.
The party.
Don't ask me. I've been gone.
You were there in spirit,
You were there in spirit.
maybe,
Um,
if you want to be.
God.
Oh, physically, Charlie was probably at the hospital. She probably had to work that day.
but
That's kind of fucked up. We're like doing we get all the glory and all the parties and all the balls and stuff. And Charlie's like, I got work, guys.
Look, she's a doctor.
Yeah,
It's
so we
okay,
had the
guys. You can leave me
party.
behind.
And she's a female doctor in the 20s, so people are really looking at her for any sort of slip up. So she's got to be there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that happens. Vibe check Annalise. Find out that she is not at all afraid over what happened. Is apparently pregnant. Has a necklace thingy that protects her from being spied on.
Kind of.
It-
It garbles what she's saying.
It works against magic, but psionics isn't entirely magic. So it's garbled for Michael, probably fully effective against magic.
But not against
there's
regular
all
old
the-
eavesdropping.
yeah.
There's all the looky-loos that happen after everything that happens.
She was wearing fake teeth.
Yeah, several. She had several actually.
I think Lilac stole it, but we never got to see what Lilac stole because Vivian just threw it in the purse and then things happened.
Rachel may or may not have threatened some people.
It was less threatening and more just general intimidation.
Michael may or may not have kind of set up Salvador and Dorothy.
Possibly.
Oh,
May have made an enemy with the one lady.
He was honest. Like he is
Well,
not gonna go.
My
He's not
question for
gonna go-
Sarah is, what does she mean? We.
Pardon? I said he may have made an enemy with the one lady.
Yeah, but you said we, like it wasn't
he.
you that did it.
No, I said he.
Oh,
have made
my
an-
bad.
Sorry, Corona.
I don't know. Corona didn't look
She-
angry at Michael. She looked angry at Vivian. Who
Vivian
encouraged
is
her to go
apparently
talk
the
to
other
her.
woman. She thought it was for lawyer advice or stuff involving the Bjorn.
Don't tell me that. Tell Voss that.
Why
Or
does
not
Voss
Not
care?
Voss. Not Voss. Corona. Sorry, I just slipped my names.
Also,
Sure,
apparently,
Jason.
Also, apparently, Corona is stronger than Michael in terms of power, and also is at least mayor levels of pure evil.
That just means she's very
So-
political and self-centered. Yeah. It's NEOCO.
Eh?
Yeah.
I literally have it on a threshold here. I have a checklist. There's politician, and then there's the mayor. You distinctly put him at a different level of evil than politician.
I didn't know what levels you were using. But I don't change my description. So.
Yeah, no, it's I'll say it.
But that doesn't mean she's not really into you. I mean,
yeah.
If you ever seen Vampire in Brooklyn, think about the sermon in Eddie Murphy's character is giving as he's disguised as preacher.
I have not seen that.
Oh, okay.
That just reminds me of a short I watched at some point that I'll tell you all after game before I tangent.
Okay. All right. So yes, y'all had the party. You left from the party. Michael got home without issue. Salvador got Dorothy home and got home without issue. There was some discussion as to exactly what Teak got up to.
There may or may not be smooth jazz involved.
Teak is a gentleman, thank you.
Nobody's saying he
Like
was a gentleman.
45 different ways you could take that.
All I said
And
is,
it's up to you to interpret what it means.
all I said
Don't
is
give us that
jazz may
power.
have been involved. I didn't say he did anything. Maybe he took her to a club. We don't know.
Let's see. Leo got home, had an elf family waiting on his front porch, basically. Or the little balcony that leads up to his second floor apartment. Claiming their house was haunted. He went to the house. There was an old lady's ghost wandering around, demanding to know who had let Abomination into her house. I forget what Patrick said, or what Leo said, but it upset her, and we ended with her attacking him.
I think it was something like, "Ma'am, you're dead. This is no longer your house."
Something. He needs to work on his bedside manner.
Yeah, it was pretty blunt.
Madam, you are deceased.
He pretty
Get
much
over
went-
it.
He pretty much went, "This is no longer your house."
Please
To be fair,
move along
she
to the
called
next
him a
world.
greenback.
I mean, yeah,
Effectively.
she's pretty racist, but still.
Yeah, she is the racist grandma.
All right, man, let's get you back to bed.
Back in my day.
The bed's too
Yeah.
warm. Well, yes, it is in hell, so it would be. Let's see, was there anything else that happened? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Vivian
nothing
and Lilac got back to their apartment without any issue.
Yeah, none at all.
Whatsoever.
And then Lilac went to unlock the
Nothing
door, and the
happened.
door was already unlocked. It drifts open, and they see a man sitting on their couch, drinking a bottle of whiskey. Or with a bottle of whiskey sitting on the coffee table.
Should be known neither Vivian or Lilac have a bottle of whiskey, so he brought that stuff with him.
And I believe he said something like, "Hello, honey, I hope you don't mind that I let myself in." Vivian
She had been in the
recognized him.
process of pulling a gun out. She probably completely pulls the gun out.
Listen, I believe his name was Philip Bryson.
It was Philip Bryson. Yep.
I had written it down. I just didn't write down who the name belonged to.
I just threw it on there. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it belongs to someone. We'll just toss it in there some point and watch Vivian have a moment.
All right, so you were pulling your gun. And so you hear on your shoulder, or not your shoulder, but because she dropped off to open the door, you hear Lilac swear. And she starts beelining for the little
Crossbow.
wardrobe or whatever it is that you've turned, like her apartment in an apartment sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You suspect she's going for the crossbow.
She really hopes she's going for the crossbow.
I thought she took the crossbow with her.
No, she couldn't fit it.
Ah, okay.
I
Even
think she had wished,
wanted to.
Yeah, I think she had wished she could have brought it.
And Vivian said, next time just let me know. I'll put it in my purse. I've got room. It's like this big.
Just get a little, empty Altoids tin and we'll store it in there.
Yeah. Even put some like cotton balls around it to keep it from jostling around.
All right, Vivian, so you're pulling your gun.
Mm-hmm. You need to leave.
Honey, you haven't seen me in years. Is that really how you're going to react?
I would really enjoy pulling the trigger, but I don't think that would be a good look.
He pours himself another shot at his whiskey. For you or for me?
She doesn't say anything. She won't answer that, but this is breaking and entering. You need to leave.
He reaches over, he picks up the top of the whiskey bottle, he starts screwing it on. It's not in any super hurry. Gets up, puts his coat on.
Plus, you were supposed to be dead anyways.
Well, what made you think that?
You disappeared, didn't answer any summons by the court, or try to challenge the divorce. I figured you were as good as dead.
Well, I didn't hear about the divorce till it was over. Whatever the court sent out never got to me.
She's keeping one eye on him and looking for Lilac as well.
Lilac is back out and perched on top of the wardrobe, crossbow out.
Can she tell if it's the special Sleepy Go Night Night arrow?
Not at this distance.
Okay.
Philip didn't really have the lights on. You got light streaming in from the hallway.
Dark vision wouldn't help her at all.
I had forgotten she had that vision.
I mean, it's in Grace. I have dark vision.
But yeah, I
Beams of light.
She's got that just like all the kind of elven related races.
I mean, it's only on grayscale, but
yeah, that's enough to aim with, though.
Yeah.
Well, I had hoped you'd be relieved to see me alive. That maybe you had calmed down a little bit in the intervening years.
Calm down?
Yeah, you could be a little, what's the word? Temperamental.
I can't imagine why.
It's baffling to me.
I'm sure many things are baffling to you.
Like the whole divorce thing. You always struck me as honest. You swore oaths.
And you always struck me.
A man has got to maintain discipline in his household.
She pulls she makes it very obvious that she's 2 seconds from firing on him. Why did you come
Fine.
to the city? I'm sure it wasn't to rekindle an old relation.
The sort of smarmy, I'm effing with you and really enjoying it look drops from his face for a moment. Oh no, I came back just for you.
Well, that's not going to happen.
We'll see.
You need to go.
Did you really run away with one of the maids?
You need to go.
You're standing in the doorway.
She's moved aside if she saw him going to the door.
Okay. Well, so far he'd only stood up, but yeah.
She moves aside.
He strolls on out. Oh. I do have some business while I'm in town. Do you know a good lawyer I could look up?
I also know their family. They live in Chicago as well.
Oh, he's related to those Andersons. Wow. You really downgraded there. And he starts walking away.
She really considers taking the shot. Closes the door, takes a deep breath, starts cussing in Elvish, moves to her bedroom and starts packing a bag. Lilac, we are not staying here tonight.
That's fair. You know, we could probably have just hidden the body.
Oh, we probably could have. I'm sure if we contacted Rachel, if she's still in town, she would have helped us. Would have been a girls' night.
I'm sure Teak knows a few pig farms.
Yeah. Teak would have helped. She probably could have even asked if one of the mafia bosses wanted to help.
All in some favors.
Hey, you want me to owe you a favor? Can you get rid of this body?
They also owe us a few.
Packing your bag. Okay, Lilac, where are we going? We could go to the office.
Well, if you knew about this place, he'd know about the office.
Okay.
I mean, we don't exactly, the office is actually kind of advertised to some degree. We don't advertise, where we live.
Yeah. Wondering if my parents acting weird has anything to do with this.
I could maybe go check.
If you want to, if you pack a small bag, I'll put it in with mine.
She zips back into her wardrobe.
Vivian will also at least change out of the formal wear.
Oh, I forgot you were
Figures
informal.
probably
He should have complimented you on how you looked. Oh.
She was in very nice formal wear. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah. I mean, he can fake being charming when he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's sober.
Mm-hmm.
And despite having a bottle of whiskey that's only half full, he did seem to be sober. Maybe he'd only been nursing on it for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we can't go over to Teak. He's probably got Lillian over there still, maybe. I don't know. I'm not chancing it.
No, that's not something I'd want to walk in on.
Yeah.
They're a sweet couple,
I'm
but I
sure.
don't need to see it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not. I'm sure there's nothing untoward's happening, but I don't want to interrupt his date.
I don't know. On the one hand, he used to be a gangster. On the other hand, he's been a gentleman that, every time I've dealt with.
Except for that part where he, like, slammed a newspaper on you.
Oh, yeah.
Does he, like, ha-ha grin? Well, finishing packing. Okay.
Maybe we should go check on Teak.
No. I think we can just walk around until morning. That'll be fun.
Well, you
Yes,
could hit just a random hotel.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go spy on your folks, You could always call up Michael and see if he had a spare room.
He's got family in town. There would be a lot of questions if I showed up. There'll probably be a lot of questions tomorrow morning as well, if I mention any of this, which I'm still debating.
If she floats up just right in front of your face and kind of crosses her arms. The man literally referenced Michael walking out of here. I think Michael needs to be warned he's here.
Fair enough. If he knows about Michael, he probably also knows where he lives, which means he could be on the way there. I'll go warn him. You go spy on my family.
All right. And she zips into her wardrobe and, comes out with her bag.
Puts the bag in her purse. What did you pick up, by the way? She's also, like, going through her purse.
Oh, yeah. The bottom set of false teeth.
Oh.
The police
Fantastic.
found the top set.
Well, maybe we can see if we can find a maker's mark or what the bottom teeth that she's attaching to look like.
Yeah, I didn't have time to give it a looking over. I'm getting an echo through somebody.
I'm muted at the moment.
It's not me. I'll keep an eyeball on it, though, to see who. Car, I think it's you.
What? Sorry.
We're echoing through you.
Oh.
Some which way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not every time we talk, but
I turned down my mic a little bit, so maybe that'll help.
okay, it may do.
Every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
Thank you for sharing.
I did that just and it worked.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, I didn't have time to really look it over.
Well, that'll be something we'll deal with in the morning.
Okay, but you still got it in your purse, right?
Yeah, and holds up the purse. Grabs the
Ooh.
bag, grabs the purse.
Should we be worried about him following? You know what? I'm gonna get you settled into a hotel first.
I'll go let Michael know and go from there. I can get a taxi there. Taxis are a thing at this point of time, right?
Oh, absolutely. In the 20s, absolutely.
She will call a taxi and have them drop her off near Michael's house and walk the rest of the way to Michael's house.
Lilac hangs with you until you get to Michael's. At which
Don't
point
get
she's
caught.
fairly convinced you haven't been followed.
Don't get caught on my folks. If you don't hear from me, well, I have no way to really contact you. If I'm not here, I've found a hotel, and I'll leave the name of it with Michael.
Okay. If nothing else comes up, I'll meet y'all at the office in the morning.
Okay. Be safe.
And she has changed
You have your
into that
crossbow?
kind of all black, little hooded thing.
The thief outfit.
I don't know why you'd call it that. That's not what she would call it.
She reminds Lilac there are other sprites that worked when she was still there. She might be able to get some information from them.
Well, now Lilac didn't work at your parents' place, did she? She worked
Yeah,
wherever you and
yeah.
Philip had lived.
She was at Chicago with me, but there
Yeah.
were sprites that worked at her parents. They may be more willing to talk to another sprite.
That's true. And when y'all went that one time, she was flirting with some of the gardeners.
Mm-hmm.
How much that'll help her sneaking in the middle of the night, who knows?
Could always talk to what was her name? The child's name. No, it wasn't Hydrangea. Hyacinth.
Hyacinth.
Hydrangea would have been a horrible name.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, as soon as Lilac flies off, walks up on the front porch, deep breath, shoulders back. I totally am not terrified right now.
The door opens almost as soon as you pull your hand back.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello, Vivian. Come in. I haven't told Michael you were coming.
You knew.
I knew something was going to upset you.
You assumed a lot of things to connect me to get to here. Or I'm just transparent, or the sprite talks.
No, the sprite seems to be fairly frightened. She's good at hiding it, though.
Mm-hmm. Rachel,
No.
who is it?
Ooh, what does Rachel say? She puts on a very childlike voice. It's your girlfriend.
Staring at the ceiling.
He
She's
gives
doing.
He gives them both a look.
She's packed an overnight bag. I'll go make some tea.
Yeah, come in.
Yep. I should have gone to a hotel. Following into the kitchen.
What? What? He closes the door.
So, Philip's in town.
He pauses like literally like partway through a step. And it's like, what?
It's late, but please use that memory of yours.
From the kitchen, you hear, she said Philip's in town.
Thank you, Ray.
She's going to have way too much fun with this.
She
He
does.
knows about you, her, probably your brother as well. He's definitely not appropriately afraid, or he has an ace in the hole, or it's just bullshitting.
If he had any sense that God gave an elephant, he'd be afraid of Adam.
If he had any sense God gave an elephant, he'd be at the bottom of a lake right now, but...
We know some mermaids.
I could have asked them after I shot him.
And then he stops, realizing what just came out of his mouth out of reflex, and went, somebody threatens you, and I immediately go for violence. That's interesting.
This is not surprising. Walking into the kitchen, waiting for a cup of tea. Also, she has the bottom part of the dentures. She's also going to spy on my family, Lilac.
Oh, okay. Sure. I guess thinking maybe your family is potentially involved.
I mean, it could just be the eternal stick they have wedged between their ass. Or they were part of it and knew about him being here.
Lovely.
Glances over at Rachel. Do you have any idea?
She looks very thoughtful. No, I had seen something upsetting you. I'd seen you showing up on the front doorstep upset about something. But I hadn't seen what it was that caused it.
If I asked you very nicely, would you kill him? She says, like probably holding a cup of tea. Like,
I did not hear this conversation.
She
for
looks
legal
over.
reasons.
She looks
I'm
over at
being
her brother and back
completely-
at you. Well, I certainly would not say that in front of say anything like that in front of a prosecutor. And she literally just holds her hand up where Michael can't see her mouth and mouths yes to you. If my people could find him this time.
This time?
When you move back here and, I figured you'd have a chance of running into my brother. I put a few people to trying to find him, but they didn't turn up anything.
Don't feel bad. The court couldn't find him either, and they can typically find anyone.
Now, I did find that he owed some people some gambling debts.
Doesn't surprise me.
A substantial amount.
Does not surprise me.
How substantial are we talking?
Not an entire... let's see.
What in
Ooh,
1920s money would this be?
Vivian,
Mm-hmm.
when you got your divorce, they would probably have split,
The assets.
split the assets with you. And there were a lot less assets than you were expecting. Like you knew he was blowing a lot of money, but he didn't exactly share all the financial details with you.
She will let them know that. Like, I mostly kind of started or bought into some businesses locally once I got back to help support them, support me.
But she's like, yes, he seems to have. I get the impression he may have burned through most of his money.
He did have his vices.
He's back for more.
Did he
Told
say
him
what he
to
was back for?
assume. Me.
No.
I told him that as well. With a gun, actually. I didn't shoot him. Don't give me that look.
I'm not giving you a look.
Just preemptively don't give me that look.
I didn't plan on it.
From the ether. You should have.
She's like, I probably should have shot him. I didn't.
Rachel pours y'all tea and
Rachel's
excuses
probably
herself.
having-
She needs to go get something.
That's concerning.
It's my sister. There's no telling.
And then he just hugs Vivian when she's gone.
Hugs back like, well, so I'm probably not going back to the apartment for a while because he was just waiting there for us, and I'm not sure how we got in.
Oh, lovely. Well, there's a room here.
Fantastic. Lilac will be showing up after she goes and plays Super Spy.
Oh, well, I can make room for her too. She's small enough.
It won't take much. If there's a dresser drawer in there, she will have plenty of room.
Oh, so she's gonna get an entire condo to herself in my house. Got it.
She has an entire wardrobe, like old style wardrobe set up as an apartment within the apartment.
Yeah, I got some pretty big wardrobes.
Rachel comes back with something wrapped in a handkerchief.
That's foreboding considering your history, Rachel.
Pshaw. Michael, dear, can the girls just have a moment to talk?
That's even more foreboding, Rachel.
He pauses for a moment, glances between them, gives Rachel a look.
I promise I won't try to plot any more murder with your sister.
I also promise that she won't try to plot any more murder.
I also don't have my fingers crossed behind my back.
She probably does.
Well, yes, but I wasn't making any promises about myself.
Plausible deniability.
Good grief. And then he just like plants one on Vivian and then just leaves.
Oh my.
Momentary brain reboot. And yes,
So anyway, she lays that thing down, unfolds it. It's a small handgun. So this isn't registered anywhere. So you could plug him with it. Nobody could trace it to anybody. You just chuck it in the river or something. It's not a terribly expensive anything. Or you shoot him with your own gun and then place this in his hand. Be sure to put it in his hand quickly like he was holding it so his fingerprints will be on it. Yeah,
and so his hand's still warm, rigor mortis.
Right. Then it was self-defense, whether it was self-defense or not.
He pulled the gun on me, and I reacted as a troubled wife, troubled ex-wife, terrified for my life.
And a hero that's known to fight monsters, of course you'd have the reflexes to outdraw the man.
Exactly. I took shots from a man down an alley, not a week or two ago?
Yes, you've still got the scars.
I do.
And you're a hero in the city, nobody would really even question it. And then she folds the handkerchief back around. So, whichever way you end up needing to use that.
Just nods like, I think we will get along very well. She does put it in her purse. I can't guarantee I will use this.
I'm just giving you options.
I appreciate the options. Ideally, in a perfect world, which, God, we are so far from, I would like to just solve this and be rid of him in a way that doesn't involve a river or a pig farm or any other number of things.
Michael immolating him.
Becoming a human charcoal briquette.
But it's good to have options.
Oh, it's fantastic to have options. It's like having multiple pairs of shoes or dresses.
So, should we leave him out there worrying for a few more minutes, or should we call him back in now?
He's going to worry regardless, so...
Okay, Michael, you can come back in.
As she says that, but I'm telling you, the river isn't deep enough unless you add the cement to the lungs. Or you puncture the lungs before you toss them in the river.
But how do you know the concrete would go into the lungs? It might go into the stomach, which I suppose would still work.
Either way, if you get it internally, you'd still need to make sure the lungs are not full of gas, because then it'll just float back up.
As Michael walks by, I know so many more ways to get that done than what you two are suggesting, but I don't have enough coffee for this.
Well, it was a polite conversation. I wasn't going to bring up concrete enemas.
You could put a jar of rats against his face and heat the other end of it, and the rats have to eat through his face. No.
I know 101 ways.
Yeah, he pauses to get the coffee.
No, she doesn't actually say that. That was me.
Fucking me.
No, Vivian's not that sick. Sarah is, but Vivian's not that sick.
Yeah. The things I've had to be like on Google. For writing purposes, ways to kill a man.
Yeah.
Really, FBI, I am just looking this up for writing fiction purposes. Please do not arrest me.
No, you do those kind of searches on a different browser with a VPN turned on.
Even with the VPN turned on, it's like, okay.
Yeah. At that point, you've got like Britain going, what are you doing?
Or wherever my VPN is set to.
Yeah, that's true.
VPN,
Mine
folks.
occasionally goes to Japan.
Japan also going, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'll probably just wait up for Lilac. Hopefully she doesn't take too long.
Or get squished.
No, I'm getting my good coffee. I'm going to be awake for this.
Well, maybe we should all try to get some sleep.
He pauses, looks at Rachel, and goes, we're getting a full night, aren't we?
I see us all eating breakfast in the morning, so.
Works for me. Puts the coffee back down, turns around.
I'll probably leave some kind of light on, at least in whatever room I'm assigned to. So, and a window cracked for Lilac.
Which would you want? I've got plenty.
Dealer's choice.
During the night you've had, dealer's choices, you get to decide.
She'll pick one that just has a standard, decently sized bed that she can just flop face down into and scream frustratedly into the pillow.
I just, for some reason, I just imagine that she picks the one exactly next to Michael.
See, the joke is what I was going to do, and this will also be entirely dependent on if Sarah wants to go along with it. His eyes may cut over to his own room.
Her eyes cut over to his sister,
who is very pointedly not looking at either one of you. Finishing off her tea.
I'll just take this one down here.
All right.
The sadness in Michael's voice.
He might be a little disappointed.
There is his sister who sees the future and other things that probably she doesn't want to know.
Which means she's already seen it.
She's going to the one down the hall, saying goodnight. I will see you all at breakfast. If Lilac has anything exciting, I'll rudely wake you up.
I don't have individual rooms planned, but said room for description is think someone that is very obviously at affluent levels of wealth would decorate guest rooms.
The thread count is fantastic.
All right, so
Go in,
y'all
close the door.
y'all get a good
Go to
night's
sleep.
sleep. Teak.
Ba-da-da-da.
All right, so you took Lilac back to her apartment.
Lillian, but okay.
Yeah. The L names, I keep switching them up.
It's a kobold with wings now.
Those exist in some D&D settings. Anyway. So you're hanging out with her, talking. How late does Teak stay?
How late did the party go?
With all the police stuff, it was probably at least 11 by the time you got her home.
Okay. Seeing as she probably has to work, he would only probably stay like an hour, maybe 2, depending on what she wanted to do.
At no point does he seem to be rushing Teak off.
Yeah. But he knows that she has to work, so he politely excuses himself.
You managed to catch her while she's yawning, so it's a good excuse to.
Mm-hmm. He will kiss her on the way out.
Does a little dip.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about that now.
So as you're leaving,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she lives in the building run by boss Marduk.
Marduk. Mm-hmm.
So you were passing Orc security going in, and they've been a little more standoffish from you than they used to be. For obvious reasons, you've kind of officially severed yourself.
Yep. Like if any of them look at him, he'll just give them a nod and just keep walking.
On your way out, some of them are looking a lot closer.
Okay.
You almost get Big Brother energy off of them. You brought her home awful late. And then you were in there. Nobody says anything, though.
If he hears them say that, it's like, well, I'm sure you probably heard about what happened.
Might want to clarify that with at the event.
Hey, no. If they don't know, he will explain.
Well, there's not a 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're on guard
So if
if you're not listening to the radio.
Yeah. So I was wondering if they were listening to the radio. So if they hadn't listened to the radio and they're like, they look at each other and then kind of look at him, he'll explain what happened.
Huh.
And then I'm it's like, now you see why I stayed a little later.
Is she okay? Was she shook up bad?
Yep. Nope. She was fine. I mean, she deals with you guys all the time. She's probably heard worse from you.
We don't bite people's throats out.
No, that's true.
We haven't done that since my granddad's day, anyway.
That's true.
haven't done
Orcs
that
have it.
recently.
Orcs have some cannibalism in their history. If you
He
broaden
wasn't- he-
cannibalism to
he
mean
wasn't-
multiple intelligent species. But,
He wasn't specifically meaning the cannibalism. He was just meaning the things that they do.
oh yeah.
Either
So
way,
anyway, so you
Jim-
walk out. There's a
Go
lady
tip those
behind
at
the,
him.
there's a lady orc behind the receptionist desk.
It's not the same woman, is it? Is she like on a 24/7 rotation?
No, that one would have probably been here when you picked her up.
Okay, good.
But this one's reading a paper. Just sort of eyes over the paper, top of the paper, watching Teak walk out.
Mhm.
And out of the corner of your eye, you see as soon as the door shuts, she's up and headed to the elevator.
She got to get the tea.
Gotta get the tea while it's fresh. I bet you get home without any trouble. And I think we have a Patrick now.
Yes,
I think we do.
Excellent.
Yay!
So where did we leave off with Patrick?
Me
About
about
to
to
get
have to.
clotheslined.
Well, no, not clothesline. More or less, me having a confrontation with a bigoted ghost.
It's the bigoted ghost off the top rope. But yes, I believe you had basically told her that this wasn't her house anymore and that she was dead. At which point she screamed and came at you. All right. So she is coming at you. As she moves forward, furniture starts moving around. Small knickknacks, like the big furniture is just sort of shifting. The couches and larger chairs are just shifting a little bit. Smaller knickknacks and stuff are actually like floating up and kind of rotating around her almost like a little storm. As she dives at you. So what is your shoot, is it dexterity?
Dex, pal, what do you need?
Dex.
You may.
Alright, so your dex is wait, that's not you. What is your dex?
16.
Alright. This is it's the ghost of an old lady, but being old really doesn't affect her as she's a ghost. We will use these. Alright, so she's going on her 12. So you would get to react first. And remember, you have your fetch with you.
Yes. I am going. In this particular instance, would Dispel Magic be effective? Because it would be essentially removing a magical effect, but then again, she kind of technically is one.
No.
Okay, that's one I wanted.
No. That does not affect spirits like that.
Alright.
If it's something specifically summoned by a spell, something that's going to fade away when the duration of the spell is up anyway, then it might have some effect.
No, going back to there. Testing. Basic occult here. Could I be able to identify what kind of... I know she's a ghost, but what kind of spirit she would actually be in this instance?
Yeah, go ahead and give me that roll.
Nope. Off to a good start.
Well, get those high rolls out of the way. All right. So you're sitting there kind of studying what she's doing. She comes up. And the debris field around her has a chance of hitting you. And with a 1, I think she's going to.
Do I not get a dodge check
You
on
do.
this?
If you wish to use your reaction for that, you can. Right now, she's got a
Right.
critical.
Yep.
With a 1?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a low roll system.
Sorry. I remember that now.
Yep. Just barely. Failed it.
Oh, by 1 point. That is rough.
Would
Now,
you
you could-
like to re-roll?
You could always burn POW for a reroll.
However, I suspect I'm going to need my pal to deal with this, so...
Yeah. Alright, so the crit is... This is just blunt. Let's see.
Look something up
It's
real
not
quick.
impaling because it's just random blunt objects.
It's not what I need.
Alright, that's a crit, so that doubles the damage. Ooh, there's a 6. So a total of 10 damage.
Ow.
And now you need to give me... Hold on a second, I was just looking at it. Where did I... Ah, there it is. Crushing blunt trauma.
The hell is... Ah, there it is.
You need to give me a stamina roll. Failure will result in you being stunned for a number of rounds.
Oh, I am not rolling well.
Alright. Do you want to re-roll?
I'm going to be stunned for a number of rounds, so I'm probably going to have
Yeah.
to.
It's 1d3 rounds, so so it'll be somewhere between 1 and 3 rounds.
And how many points do I have to spend for this?
5 points for a re-roll.
Success.
Alright, so you are not stunned. And then it's back around to your turn.
All right. Let me...
And remember, you do have your fetch.
Okay, that's not how that spell works. Sorry, I'm also looking at the magic book to double check how my...
Sure. I mean, that first attack, she rattled your teeth pretty good.
Tea cattle directly to the cranium.
Okay, it does... Distribution, that doesn't work. And I actually, first off, I ask her, why did you return?
Okay, she's just screaming at you and attacking. She's not in
Okay.
talking, reasoning mode right now.
Gotcha.
She is just screaming for you to get out of her house.
Try to think of... But she is still a spirit, correct?
Correct.
Spiritual combat. I will actually... This is more me directly trying to reach out to her, or at least even direct, basically, draw magic at her at this instance because I don't really have any good way of dealing
Yeah.
with this.
You can fight her the same way you fight the spirits that you beat up for spells.
All right.
She probably isn't going to have a spell for you, but
Yeah. So that would be this instance.
we'll use the resistance table.
Yeah.
So put your POW in the first number.
That's not what I need. All right.
And then her POW was a 10.
I don't know if that's good or bad because the resistance rolls never seem to work well for me.
Well, you rolled an 81, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
All right, so you're fighting her, but she's resisting. All right, but let's see. If you've initiated spirit combat, we're going to do it like we did with when you wrestle Ghost. So it's going to be just going to be a 3-round thing to see if you can subdue her. Unfortunately, this one, unlike most spirits, has a physical attack she can do.
Yeah.
The whole kind of poltergeisty kind of thing she's doing. But a 68 is not low enough, so she misses you this go around.
All right.
Which isn't to say little bits of stuff isn't bouncing off of you, but she doesn't hit you with anything solid enough to actually hurt.
Solid. Yeah.
All right, so back to you.
All right. Second verse, same as the first.
All right, so that's a success. Basically, you need to succeed at 3 before you fail. Best of 3, excuse me.
Yeah. So I did succeed that one.
Now, you could also have your fetch engage in combat.
I am considering this, but its POW's very low.
That's right. Yeah. Because you had to give up your POW to empower it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. She got a 12 that time. And out of a 50, a 12 is not a special. Just a little shy of a special.
I can still...
yes, you can still attempt to dodge that. That is correct. Because that is a reaction.
Nope. Ugh.
That is 4 more points of damage.
Ow.
And your third spirit attack.
Ah. So close. I am gonna risk this.
What are you going to try?
Reroll.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
All right. So without the reroll, she was going to drive you from the house, basically.
Yeah.
But with that, you managed to impose your will or deplete her will enough that you notice the items just sort of, the items that were getting moved around just sort of drop. It looks like she's having trouble keeping herself cohesive.
Oriole.
Corporeal is probably another good word for it. Though she wasn't exactly solid to begin with.
Yeah, she's...
But yeah, she struggles for a little bit, and then just sort of what you can see of her kind of dissipates. Give me an occult roll.
About to ask. Good lord. Did I roll a... I don't think I've rolled a... The first occult roll was also a 95. What the hell?
Yep. Though you also rolled a 7, and a 35. But so you're not 100% sure if she's permanently gone. Though
But
it
she's
should take some time before she could reincorporate. So it should be safe for the family to come home for the evening.
Yeah.
You might come back in the morning and burn some sage for him or something. See if you can kind of keep her appeased.
I am going to also, because I also have rituals. See if I know any that would actually help keep her abated. And the answer is also no. I can't roll knowledge for crap tonight.
Clearly, Leo needs to go home and get some sleep.
Yeah.
That first hit just gave you a concussion.
Gotta put a flashlight in your eyes.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
No,
I've
I
been
got
fighting ghosts.
No,
Oh.
God, I'm not officer.
that. No, I just got some of that spleen damage.
All right. Like I said, though, you are confident that it's safe for the evening, so you can go kick them out of your shop.
I would at least let them know that the ghost has been at least abated, but I will also let them know that I am not 100% sure she has been removed from the house. I'm gonna have to spend time and do research to make sure I actually have a good way of ensuring she's gone.
Mhm.
She seemed to be particularly spiteful, and also very accurate, while having ice to my eye.
By the way, there may be a mystically.
Yeah.
All right. Salvador, was there anything? Oh, you were dropping Dorothy off.
Yes.
Uh,
Is it like super late at this point?
it's like
Like
11
early
when y'all leave the party.
Okay, then yes, I would drop her off, and then I'd probably walk her to her her building, given everything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just like make sure she gets to her room or her building safely.
She gives you a hug. Thanks for taking her to the party, even if it was way more
Right.
exciting than she was expecting.
The trouble kind of follows us around, huh?
Yeah, that's why I follow you around. Trouble is exciting. Though I
Yeah.
kind of had enough of it a while back.
We'll have to have that story over drinks when we are not actively investigating something else.
Oh, what are you investigating now?
I don't know. I'm saying the whole he gets a little he's still thinking about earlier. The whole in the building thing
Oh,
from
yeah.
earlier. Yeah, that.
And there's a slight awkward silence. Well, good night then. And she heads inside.
Good night. He says it almost too late. He's just like, and he about faces, starts headed to the vehicle, and
Does he have that thought that his mother would never approve of a human girl?
Wait,
100%.
But is
I have
that a pro or a con in Salvador's mind?
That's a good question. Yes. Yes, car.
sorry. I'm trying to remember. How many cars did we take?
We took both of the cars that we have, and then one extra.
Yeah, I think Michael drove. Teak drove. Ooh, no, Teak was driving Salvador though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
So Teak would have been in the Teak and Lillian would have been in the car to witness this awkward exchange.
Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to check, because I assumed that he would have dropped them off, taken Salvador home, and then he would have taken Lillian home. Okay.
Yeah. And I think as we're driving, as Teak is driving, is getting ready to drive Lily, he's like, "Hey, you good? You gonna be good?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
You're gonna be all right.
I'll be all right. The blood's barely resetting back to. Yeah, I'll be fine. He says like a liar.
I mean, if you you can always. I don't know if Teak would have a phone right now.
Probably not. Salvador doesn't have a phone. His
I think
land
people
lady
have.
does.
I think when people call Teak, they've mostly been calling the garage,
Yeah.
leaving messages.
Okay. Yeah. He's like, I mean, if you need to stay at my place, you're welcome to wait there until I get back.
I should be okay. I'm more worried about everybody else, given what I heard the last time I wasn't there.
All right. As long as you're gonna be okay.
Oh, and then we've driven to Salvador's apartment. And he's like,
Mm.
"Take care. Thank you. It
Gives
was
a
lovely
wave and
meeting you." And he's like, speaks,
this speaks
Oh,
to
yes.
Lillian. Yeah.
Yeah, Lillian
speaks
is very
Lily.
pleased to
Like,
meet you.
"It was very nice to meet you."
She's
One of these days
she's
we'll do
looking
something-
forward to meeting all of Teak's friends.
One of these days we'll do something under much less tense circumstances.
Maybe that doesn't involve someone getting hurt. Looking over at the.
Leah's like, maybe a picnic at that park where you meet the mermaid.
That would be nice. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I should pitch that to. Never mind. I'm gonna pitch that to Dorothy later.
She seems nice.
You just see
I think
Teak.
he realizes he said that out loud. He's like,
Teak is looking
does.
at you, like from the driver's seat, so that Lillian doesn't see it, and just mouths, "Good luck."
Salvador takes a second to realize what he just said. He's like, "Yeah, she does." Okay, good night.
Good night. He'll wait until Salvador gets into the apartment before he drives away.
Yep.
All right, so after that, the night passes uneventfully.
Mhm.
You all get a decent night's sleep in all likelihood.
Yeah.
Leo may have to be getting up periodically to pop aspirin or something, but
That hurt.
Yep.
Don't know if it was age or the ghost.
So, at the Anderson house the next day, let's see. Eric, would Rachel be an early riser, or is she somebody that lazes around in bed a bit?
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
No,
he
I think
he held up a finger, then hopped up to go get something.
I think Gremlin.
guess?
Probably Gremlin
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or dice.
Oh, no.
or Dice.
I don't often get to do this.
Are you rolling dice?
Jason,
Mhm.
high or low?
Oh shit.
The
Low.
tables have turned.
May the god of fate be ever in your favor.
It's a very serious roll.
11. So
Could
what do you
also
want her
be
to
a
be?
moment.
Well, let's see. Low was going to be. Oh, that's right. I didn't say that. I was thinking low. She would be an early riser.
So early riser she is.
Okay. So she's up fixing breakfast as the rest of y'all wake up.
Also, I have one of these. If it'll zoom.
D100
Yeah.
metal D100s. Yep.
Well, it's a lattice metal D100.
Oh, that's cool.
A little less
Nice.
heavy, maybe.
Yeah.
I can chuck that at someone.
I'm not gonna chuck my gremlin's gift to me like that.
Unless
Oh,
you
yeah.
absolutely have to in self-defense.
I did that
Yeah,
once back
okay,
in the
fair.
comic shop. I had an oversized D10. We were playing Aberrant and somebody fell asleep. So I
But
bounced it off his
at
forehead.
that point, if it's self-defense, I am surrounded by knives. I have a pistol over there. But
They're immune to piercing damage. You have to use blunt.
Yeah, you got a
Have to.
bludgeoning.
okay, fair enough. Bludgeoning
I've got a
damage is-
quarter. I've got a bow staff over there in the corner.
I'll just throw a cat. We'll be fine.
I just have chairs and bar stools and stuff. I mean, yeah, you don't have to be all that
That's
creative.
weird.
I
mean,
pull out my inner.
You're set.
I pull out my inner teak and just beat them with a bench.
Unless I'm in my bedroom, I've got some blades in there.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by them. But yeah, so she's an early riser.
Vivian will probably wake up early just because one, she was waiting for Lilac, and two, unfamiliar territory. Three, nerves. Is Lilac back?
Sorry, I look at the post. Yes, Lilac gets back for breakfast. And you know your parents are particularly early risers. Get up early, get the day started.
Miserable people.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm sure Hyacinth.
I'm sure Hyacinth loves it. She's such a good morning
I'm
person.
sure she is bringing joy to their life, even if they sleep up and call her Good Vivian every now and then. But I guess Lilac would have to ring the doorbell.
She did say she was going to leave the door crack or the window partially cracked and a light on in that window.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, it's morning and the sun's up, so the light won't be as obvious, but she would know to look for a cracked window.
Yeah.
Sometimes whether someone was supposed to be leaving it cracked or not.
It's a universal invitation. The door was open, the window was
It's not
open.
breaking and entering if they left the door or window open for me.
Yeah.
Everybody knows sprites use windows like doors.
If you don't close them and you get like a infestation of sprites, it's your own fault.
So she comes zipping down from upstairs where she came into, or at least I'm picturing the bedrooms on a second floor. I don't know how big the house actually is, but
Yeah.
still, in her black hooded, for a sprite, practically a trench coat. I mean, it probably only comes down to about her, halfway to her knees or something, but crossbow still slung over her back. Quiver of arrows hung at her side. You don't notice any of the arrows missing. Or bolts, I should say.
She offers the cup of tea. I don't have a smaller one. Did you pack a mug?
No, I didn't think to.
Fair enough.
I'm just picturing her with a regular teacup, scooping it up in her hand.
What was that, a thimble? No.
Shoves her entire head in it.
Hold on, and he actually goes and gets like some sprite-sized like cutlery and mugs and stuff.
Oh, how thoughtful.
Well, when you agreed to start working for me, I got stuff for you.
Well, you may wind up being her best boss yet.
Lilac, that bar is in hell.
Well, I wasn't going to bring up the dysfunctional couple that I used to work for. And then she just staring at you over the edge.
Vivian gives her the same look back, like.
So a little bit I overheard your parents talking. Which was this morning. They were already asleep when I got there. How old are they? They go to bed really early.
No, they're just horribly. Yeah. Well, it was 11 something at night when we left, so.
So anyway, I got through the night. They didn't nothing they mentioned this morning. They were talking about the party. Because apparently your father, got the early paper, so he was reading because they had left before everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they were rather shocked about that. Your mother was
Missed all the good gossip.
your mother's first question was if asking if you'd been hurt or not. She sounded concerned.
That's new.
Yeah, your father reassured her that you weren't specifically mentioned by name, and so he figures you're fine. Though they seem to be trying not to actually say your name during this conversation.
Was Hyacinth around?
Hyacinth was in the high chair at the table. Yeah. Or, golly, how old was Hyacinth?
I think she was like 3, you said?
Okay. So she might
Not
still be
very
there.
old.
Yeah.
And then they, just sort of shushed her when she asked who they were talking about.
Well, at least hopefully they weren't involved in it.
Nothing I heard seemed suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Didn't mention Philip or anything?
Bad news, you're being suspicious.
Shit.
So suspicious.
No, they did not mention anything about Philip. So hopefully they're not involved in anything, or I talked to a couple of the Sprite gardeners that were out in the morning. I left the property, and then like I just showed up and spoke to them.
Yeah.
I don't know how fond they are of your parents, really, but I don't think they would ignore, a potential burglar.
Oh, you weren't a burglar. You just
No, but that's what you would
hovering
assume
about.
if an armed person
If
was
in
leaving your
motion.
boss's house.
Especially dressed up like that.
Uh,
Michael says
it
from
could
the
have
side,
rained. It could have been going to rain. This is the darkest stuff I own.
Sorry, I haven't.
It's very
had
practical.
coffee
It's
yet.
warm.
My filter's off.
Lots of pouches and pockets. You know how hard it is to get women's clothes with pockets.
It's impossible.
Unless you get stuff custom made. She's just the inside of her vest or inside of the jacket with multiple pockets.
Very, very tiny pockets.
For you, yes, they're quite decent size for her. Your little sister is
point,
adorable and likes to wander the house at night.
She by herself?
Yeah. Well, it's not like elves are afraid of the dark. That's human
No,
children.
but
No offense.
they were very strict. I figured they would have had a nanny or something that would keep her in her room.
Maybe
least I
they
get my
haven't caught her
business.
sneaking around yet.
Well, hopefully.
She was very much doing the little kid tiptoeing, trying to be quiet. Until she got to the downstairs.
Hmm.
It seems your curse of them having a child just like you is working.
Living rent-free in their heads in another body. I might warn him later about Philip just in case he tries to pull something.
Probably a good idea. We should probably tell everybody.
Yes, let's just tell the whole world.
Well, I
Deep
meant
drink of tea.
everybody in the Bjorn.
Yeah. I know, I was being facetious.
say Michael filter's still off because he's still like gotten just started on his coffee. I could probably call Adam.
Your sister's like, drink your coffee.
So-
Well, I have to meet up anyways. Go over the ventures and see if we can glean anything from that.
All right. Let me cut to somebody else. Rappy. If Rappy is here.
Can you not hear me?
I can now. Yes.
Now we can.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hi.
I want to apologize. I kind of forgot you were here.
It's understandable. I'm only here every other month.
So we're going to jump back to what you were doing during the night.
Working?
Because I did have something in mind. I just, got to call on you.
Okay.
Yes, you were working. You were at the hospital. Up to you whether Charlie minds that she's missing the party.
Would she have known about the party?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
all the
Question.
Bjorn were invited. All the Bjorn were invited. It was a fundraiser for a mayoral candidate.
Then she probably would have went.
Well, like I said, you were working,
Yeah.
so it's up to you whether she's
That's-
bitter about it or not. Whether she's grumbling to everybody else all night that she should have been at a fancy party.
And
Or she can just sneak out.
But so throughout the night, you're working emergency room, and there's the usual, people come in banged up, fell down the stairs, bumped their head in a car, a car accident, stuff like that. One guy comes in having had a heart attack. Seems a little young, a little bit on the young side for a heart attack. Like maybe mid to late 30s.
Okay.
And, seem to be in decent shape otherwise. You make every attempt to get the heart going again, but he just flatlines.
Well, that ruins her night a little bit more.
Yeah, that's upsetting. You're a doctor, it happens. Towards the end of your shift, let's see. Do they have candy strippers back in the 20s? I'm sure they must have.
quickly.
To Google.
To the Google!
We must learn all about the 1920s.
$1944.
No, hospitals do not use candy strippers.
Originated as a high school civics class project at East Orange, New Jersey in 1944.
Yep.
Oh.
Interesting.
Usually hospital sponsored either Candy Striper or Blue Teen volunteers, but not both.
You didn't want to show up with the wrong colors.
It's an East Coast, West Coast thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You show up in blue and it's a candy striper hospital, it's gonna go bad for you.
Gonna be a dance off.
So one of the nurses comes by, lets Charlie know the guy, crap. What would the guy working the morgue be called?
Coroner.
All right. Is just the head guy the coroner, or are they all just coroners?
Technically, they're all coroners.
Okay. So yeah,
I thought you
whatever
were
coroner
asking
is.
a name.
Yeah.
Do what now?
I thought you were asking a name. I'm like, I don't know, Steve.
No. So anyway, the coroner needs you to come down and fill out some paperwork about Mr. Smith.
Okay, is that what the guy's name was?
Yeah, that was the guy that died. Connor Smith.
Because the way you said like sounded like maybe.
Well, I just hadn't written a name down for him yet. So you head down there. As you're approaching, you're hearing a lot of noise. Sounds like somebody's trashing the place. When you run in, the coroner is there, looking a little disheveled. He is leaned up against the door like he's holding the door shut. To the morgue, and you hear it sounds like somebody's knocking around chairs or something inside.
Okay. I will slowly go to the door and kind of see who's making a fuss.
Well, the coroner's leaning against the door, holding it shut.
Oh.
When he sees you, he's
Okay.
like, he got up.
Vampire or
Not again.
zombie?
He got okay. She's gonna look at the Mr. Smith, and see does he look dead?
The guy's holding the door shut. You can't see into the actual morgue right now.
There's not like a little glass window of sorts.
That's reasonable. So you walk up to the guy, you get him to scooch over just a little bit so his shoulders not covering the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look.
The man inside, he is indeed up. He's in the hospital gown that y'all put him in when he got here. So as he's just looks like somebody in a rage. He's kicking chairs. He's pushing the tables around. His hospital gown's flying open in the back.
Oh my!
Charlie's a doctor. It's nothing she hasn't seen before. Then he notices you looking in the window and sort of charges the door. Let me out! And his shoulders against the door. The door jerks. You hear a little whimper from the coroner trying to hold the door shut.
Well, he's talking at least.
He's been agitated. I tried to calm him down. I assumed he I assumed he had just vital signs had gotten low enough that that we couldn't pick it up. But he immediately started yelling and screaming. And I couldn't get him calm, and then he threw me.
He threw you?
Yeah.
Like picked you up and threw you?
Yes. And the coroner, he's not a huge guy, but he's not a small man. And you can see that you can see the patient is now just pushing against the door. And the coroner is struggling to keep it shut.
Charlie's gonna be like, Mr. Smith, we need you to calm down. Otherwise, you will be locked in here.
You don't understand. She tried to kill me. She put something in my drink. She was smiling when my heart started seizing up.
Listen,
My
you
wife.
Need to calm down. You need to calm down. Or in a hospital. Need to calm down, otherwise we will make sure this door stays locked with you in the room.
You've got to let me out. You can't hold me here against my will.
Draws gun.
Technically, you're dead, buddy. So
The other Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson say I can't.
I mean, you're in the coroner's office. We, called your time of death. So, I mean, we can still keep you locked up in here.
Technically, you're dead.
Technically, legally, that's a little dubious. Now, the fact that he is utterly out of control, you might be able to say, he needs a psychiatric evaluation. You might be able to pull that and cover yourself legally.
did they believe in psychiatric evaluations in the 20s, though?
To Google.
I don't remember if they called it that yet, but I think it was still a thing.
Car's about to find out for us.
Yes, he is.
I'm working on it. Continue.
Carry on.
Charlie, the coroner's like, could we just let him out? I mean, if he just wants to go home.
No. He picked you up and threw you. We do not know what he's going to do when he gets out.
Well,
Just
I
like
guess
his
if he
wife
thought his
tried-
wife... Hey,
tried-
we could call the police for you. If your wife tried to murder you, you could talk to the police. Mr. Smith seems to think that he should just handle this himself. No, he'll deal with her.
Ooh.
And then he puts his shoulder to the door, and the door, springs open a few inches before the coroner can get it shut again.
Here,
But in that time, Smith manages to get his hands in the gap.
Then I will help push the door against his hand
Okay.
for the gap to kind of have him pull the hand back in.
Oh, so you're like trying to slam his fingers.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be
Yeah,
reacting
his
to the
fingers.
pain. Now, you and the coroner, we're going to name him Robbie. You're able to keep him from prying the door further open. But how long are you going to stand there doing that?
Charlie
It
kind of
was-
can't leave because she needs to make sure that the door stays closed. If you don't calm down, I'll make sure that, the call that you died is true.
Robbie just looks at you like, and kind of whispers, "What are you doing?"
Calm down.
I don't think threatening him is going to calm him down.
Thinks that I'll actually kill him. It just might.
Psychiatry was not recognized until 1844, and evaluations were about 1921 when they actually started doing it in hospitals, it seems like.
So in a
So
big,
1920, in 1920s was when it started to become more prevalent and mental illness started getting more notice.
Yeah.
So in a big city, it's possible that would be a thing.
Mhm.
Charlie, being a relatively recently trained doctor, would certainly know of such things.
Yep.
Whether it's something their hospital really does or not. But Charlie, when you threaten him, he starts screaming at you about, thinking you could threaten him. You're just like his wife. You deserve some of what she's going to get.
Man, I love the 20s.
Yep.
I mean, that's why me as a player, I'm like, is this an abusive situation? And the wife put Aqua Tofana to try to kill the man?
Fun bit of trivia.
Yes.
So
That's why I was like,
Go ahead.
so, trying to think if Charlie would know if there's somebody here that could actually do that.
Could do what? A psychiatric evaluation?
Yeah, would she?
Yeah, we'll say your hospital's doing that. Abbey Shores is a decent
Okay.
sized city.
And is there a phone down? There's a phone down here in the coroner's office. Is it
Yes, it's not by the door.
outside or
It's not right by the door,
inside?
though.
Okay.
I know it is out there in the kind of office area that you're in. You're basically in the coroner's like office, and then this door that y'all are keeping closed leads into the actual kind of morgue where the bodies are kept.
Okay. Is there anything that Charlie can try to see to push to put in front of the door to kind of make sure it stays closed?
No, the
Like a
the
filing
handle
cabinet or
is up
something.
higher than the. Oh no, there would be filing cabinets,
Okay.
but you'd have to leave Robbie holding the door by himself.
Right, so she's gonna kind of be like, "Listen, I'm gonna try to get a filing cabinet in front of here. Do you think you'll be able to hold the door still, like closed long enough for me to try to get that done?"
I'll try, but I've been doing this for a minute now. I'm getting a little tired.
Wait, she could call a couple of nurses down here, couldn't she?
Yeah, or you can scream down the hallway and just see who shows up.
Yeah, she'll probably do that real quick. Yell down the hall that they have a patient who is aggressive upon waking up and is trying to attack them.
Okay.
And then she's gonna go back and give it a couple of minutes to help keep the door closed to see if anybody's gonna come in to help them.
Give me an endurance check. Or stamina, or whatever it's called. Let me bring up a sheet.
Stamina.
Yeah, stamina.
If you're talking about con,
Yeah.
effort is strength, though.
Well, this isn't. The two of them together can, strength-wise, keep him at bay.
Okay.
All right. But they're getting tired, and he doesn't seem to be getting tired.
Gotcha.
Adrenaline's a hard
Normal,
drug.
right?
Yes, normal's fine.
Success!
Yes. All right. So you're screaming, and it takes a minute, but eventually an orderly comes running in. Yeah, when he hears the guy yelling and screaming, and he's cursing and carrying on, he's definitely moved into just flat out threats against, everybody that's keeping him in this room.
She's gonna ask the orderly to see if they can push the filing cabinet to make sure it stays in front of the door so the door doesn't open.
Yeah, he grabs the filing cabinet and he starts kind of walking it, because, it's full of paper, it's heavy, but it's... So he gets it over there, propped against the door. At that point, the Smith's fingers are really, really pinned in that door. They're looking a little on the smushed side. Not like they're broken or anything, but he still seems to be trying to struggle. But with the filing cabinet's weight, and the orderly there to help now, you're not having any trouble with the door.
He's gonna go to the phone to call whoever's doing these evaluations to come down to the morgue. And she'll explain it when. She'll let them know, hey, listen, somebody that we presume dead because, they had no heartbeat, no nothing, showing that they were alive, woke up and is threatening, saying he's going to, kill all of us and his wife. We need an evaluation.
So the doctor on duty that can do that is hustling down. Now, the doctor on nights isn't the full-fledged psychiatrist. He works during the day. But he has enough training that he can declare that they have to do one. He can do kind of a rudimentary one. And he can certainly declare that, yeah, this guy's got to be mentally checked out before we can let him back out on the street. So yeah, he comes down. He's trying to talk to the man through the door, and there just seems to be no reasoning with the man. He's just getting curses and threats in response. The man is not ceasing in his struggling. Though he does manage to work his fingers out, so the door's actually shut now. You can hear him beating on it on the other side. And like it goes on and on until the other doctor's like, how is he not getting tired? I mean, never mind what kind of shape he was in. You said his heart rate got low enough that we all thought he had died. After about an hour, which is, at this point, 45 minutes after you should have gone home, the other doctor has gathered a small army of the orderlies. It's like about as many of the orderlies as they can fit in this room are down here. They dug out a literal straitjacket. They're going to try to put him in. Charlie, as it's the 1920s, they do try to move you to the back before they let him out. Because they're going to try to subdue him and get him in the jacket. But you're a lady; you should step back. Up to you if you pay any attention to that, but that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, she would move back.
So they moved the filing cabinet out of the way. They tell Mr. Smith, we're opening the door. We're letting you out. We just need to speak with you. But when the door opens, he goes flying out. Several of them dive on him. He's putting up a much bigger fight than he ought to be able to. You see him toss a couple of grown men. But sheer numbers, they eventually manage to pin him down and get the jacket on him. At which point he's, reduced to just trying to kick him from where he's laying on the floor. I think we need to get him strapped to a table. He's gonna struggling like he is. He's gonna hurt himself. He looks over.
What about us?
That's probably something one of the orderlies would say. So the other doctor looks at you, Charlie. Doctor, why don't you see if you can grab a sedative?
Yeah. And she'll go look to see if she can get a sedative.
Yeah. You have to go upstairs because they don't keep sedatives at the morgue. It's not usually something you need. So when you get back down, they've managed to wrestle him onto a table and strap him down. Or maybe not a table. It's one of the.
It's
like the whatever they strap a body down to move the body around safely.
Gurney?
It's the morgue. It's the morgue. It's what
Something
they've got
like
available.
Yeah.
Poor Jeremy. We lost him again.
Nah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Charlie, you run upstairs. You get a sedative. You come back downstairs.
she'll go in.
Do you give him the usual dose? Do you give him a little bit extra?
Well, with him not being as tired as he should be, she's going to give a double dose, and she's going to let the doctor know. Listen, like, he's been doing this for a while. I'm doubling the dosage to make sure we can sedate him.
Yeah, that's fine. He does not disagree that let's double the dose. Obviously we can't just keep hitting him with that big a dose, but maybe if we can get him calm, he'll stay there. 20 minutes later, the sedative has not kicked in. And the other doctor, Dr. Marinowski, is just shaking his head. What is going on?
Does he have a pulse now?
You're
You're
not
not
there.
there.
Oh, damn it.
That's while you guys are doing your partying and fighting ghosts and stuff.
Charlie's there, really trying to help people. Though it is reasonable that one of the doctors, either Charlie or the other guy, would at some point think to check his pulse, especially if he's had a heart attack that night. So the other doctor tries to find his pulse. Oh, he's kind of clammy to the touch. Dr. O'Brien, can you step over here and see if you can find his pulse?
Okay, and she's going to see if she can find his pulse.
He's in the straitjackets. You can't check his wrist, but you're checking on his neck, where some of the main arteries are. You're not feeling anything. You might move down to his leg and, check some of the alternate places that you can check. You're not finding anything. To the point that Dr. Marinowski tells you he'll be right back, and he runs off and comes back with a stethoscope. And even with you taking turns on that, you're not finding anything. By this point, Marinowski is looking freaked out. But he's a doctor. He's trying to maintain calm. Where the orderlies have backed up from the table. One of them's kind of praying in the corner. Some of them are kind of hushed to talk. What's going on? She's one of the Bjorn. I think weird stuff follows them around.
From the ether, they're not wrong.
And it is this guy's like still threatening them and stuff.
Oh yeah. There's been some talk of trying to gag him.
Yeah, no, Charlie's actually going to get cloth and gag him.
Yeah. Well, the hospital would probably have something on hand that they use for people that have seizures and nothing else that you can put in there, something that won't let him bite his tongue or, bite somebody else. It's not quite the Hannibal Lecter mask, but, something.
Yeah. And what time is it right now?
By this time, let's see, if you're working the night shift, let's say you would have been getting off at 5. It's probably 7 by now. Y'all been at this a little bit.
Would she know if Leo would have a phone at his place?
You don't know if he has one in his actual apartment, but he's for sure got one at the business.
She's going to try to ring him at his business and see if he picks up.
Okay. In the meantime, Marinowski has the orderlies take Mr. Smith to a room. Yeah, they're gonna keep him strapped down and stuff, of course. But I mean, he doesn't know what's going on. But he seems determined. I'm going to treat this like a regular patient for right now. Let's see. All right, Patrick. What time would Leo go and start opening his practice?
Depending on hours, what would be the regular business hours back then?
Yeah, that I have no idea. 1920s pharmacy hours. Pharmacy's not exactly what you are, but close enough.
Okay, it was still an 8-hour work day,
Let's
but
see
it
then.
was 6 days a week.
Yep.
Saturday is actually kind of a recent thing.
Let's see. Pharmacies in the 1920s typically had long operating hours, often opening around 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or later.
Oh, okay.
Of course, your hours are very strange because you'll close down to go, fight monsters or something.
Yeah.
But fairly, and if you're going to be opening at 8, you're probably up at 7 getting stuff ready.
Yeah.
So you get a call from Charlie.
I answer it.
All right, Charlie, what are you feeling?
Leo, sorry to be waking you up this early.
I am awake. It's just been a rough night.
Yeah,
Just-
I know that feeling. We have a dead guy alive.
I see.
And I don't know if it's a vampire. But do you think you could come to the hospital and help me try to figure this out?
All right. Have you called on any of the other Bjorn?
Not yet. You were the first to come to mind about this.
All right. I'm on my way, but best cut in contact with others just in case. We don't want another vampire situation on us.
Yeah. And then with that, she'll get off the phone with Leo and then call Michael's place. Wait, did Michael give her all them the number for his
All of
place, or is
you,
it just for the
I believe
office?
all of you exchanged contact information.
Okay, so she'll call Michael next. And then Teak and Salvador.
All right.
And then
Bjorn, assemble.
would say I don't remember your character's name, I'm sorry. But then we'll call Zay's character.
She doesn't pick up, but she'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah, Vivian does
Quickly.
not have a phone in her apartment.
It's the Bjorn signal.
The super of the building has a phone, so you can still kind of reach her.
She's also over at Michael's, so she'll just
Yeah.
go along.
But yeah, y'all form up. Anybody that looks at this guy with any hinky senses or detecting magic, yeah, this is an animated corpse. Michael would not pick up that it's particularly evil, though clearly, absolutely enraged. Let's see, Dr. Marinowski would have called the police because this man is accusing his wife of poisoning him.
Yeah.
So we're actually going from here into a little time skip.
All right.
Not much of one, just sort of like the rest of this week. So the rest of the first week of October.
Sure.
You're having a lot of incidents like this.
I'm about to say I arrive at the hospital, and then suddenly it's next week. What the hell just happened?
Traffic was horrible.
So in this time, y'all all are staying quite busy. There's not a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of extra stuff. Leo, you dig up a ritual to try to keep kind of spirits calm. But you're getting a lot of calls about haunted houses. The Bjorn in general, but also a lot of them, with people knowing Leo is a shaman, they are coming to him specifically.
And I don't know if this is during this time. I also asks my fetch to find me a creature that would know Spirit Screen, that actually boasts
All right.
defense against. It's basically protection against basically spiritual attack.
Because
All right.
and this time is my gun done.
Well, I figure that's what Teak is spending a lot of time doing, is
Yeah.
getting in those extra hours to afford his gun.
Yeah.
Michael, on the other hand, is working with, what was that guy's name? Was it Wayne Sebastian?
Sebastian Wayne.
Oh, whoever the psychic was, guy helping him make the
Zachary.
will. Zachary?
Yeah. That's all you gave me is that's name is Zachary.
Oh, that's right, because of your family, he's not giving you too many
Sebastian.
details.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Wayne
It's
Sebastian was
really
somebody.
funny that incidents are on the rise because this is kind of what Salvador does. Is like little odd jobs around town, and it's just he's doing great right now. This is
Mhm.
like taking up Uber during the Super Bowl.
Oh, shit.
He's just having a great time. He's like, man, sucks for them, but great for me.
Yep.
So, Salvador, you did get called in on a few ghost calls, but there's not much you can do with a ghost. So you
Yeah.
probably end up calling in Leo.
Yep.
Mr. Smith, though, is not the only animated corpse the city's dealing with.
If I shoot the animated corpse, does it go back to being disanimated?
If you shoot it enough, yes.
Okay, that's all I
Hit
need
in
to
the
know.
head, one shot. There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't drop. It's not Romero-style zombies where one shot to the head.
Sure.
You take some significant damage. They take damage better than a people's take damage.
Sure. Is this like I don't want to say D&D necromancy, but like the magic tying it just eventually wears out with enough damage?
Essentially. Some of them are very decomposed and dirty, like they dug themselves out of their own graves. Some of them are more like Mr. Smith, where it's not necessarily as obvious, and they're very
fresh.
angry about something.
Yeah.
Now, some of them have been, even some of them that don't look too bad decomposed, they're starting to bloat or smell a little bit. It's noticeable.
Yeah.
Where Smith had died a couple of hours before he got up.
Yeah.
All right, everyone move 5 yards away before I kill this guy.
It's a
Again.
boomer.
Yeah, I was about to say. Michael, while he's got time not working on the well, which I assume is going to be done during this week.
Mhm.
Scroll. What the heck is his name? He is going to go talk to Noah.
The fellow you have in the safe house?
Yeah. Because he remembers very well what Noah's magic specialty is.
That is fair. And when you get there, Noah has been drawing all over the walls of the apartment.
I see you've been busy.
Yes, something's going on. And you can see where he's got multiple cuts on his wrists. Clearly, he's been doctoring them up. It's not.
I've just been casting blood magic here in your room.
That
It's
is
fine.
probably what he's been painting on the walls with. Is really the impression you get.
Yeah.
Buddy, we can get you paint.
Bob, use a
You wouldn't
pen.
happen to know what might be happening?
Something is unquiet eating the dead. I mean, on a scale that I can hardly comprehend. I want to meet the person doing this, but I'm also terrified to meet this person. I mean, the skill, or maybe, but it wouldn't even have to be all that skillful. It'd just be raw power. He sounds almost envious.
Right.
But I've been warding the apartment. If random angry spirits are coming back, it might not do for me to be easily discoverable.
Right.
Oh, also, I'm a little low on food.
I'll get you some food.
Thank you. I'd be a little nervous leaving the apartment. I mean, I could paint wards on myself, but wearing clothes would smear them, and I can hardly go out, unclothed, with blood seagulls written on me. What would the neighbors say?
Mhm.
What would they say indeed?
Right. Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Let's see. Vivian. Something unfortunate
Mhm.
happens towards the end of the week.
I will say earlier in the week she did probably go have that discussion with her parents real quick. You can just be like, she's like, hey, Philip's in town, bye.
Their reaction is your father's reaction is something along the lines of well, he's come to town, maybe he's looking for you, maybe he'll take you back.
I'd sooner jump into the river or go hug one of the many bloated corpses that are walking the streets.
You hear a little voice behind you. What's a bloated corpse?
She just smiles.
And then a Hyacinth peeks out around his corner. Child,
Hey, darling.
Hi, lady.
Do it. Say who you are. Do it.
And she likes it a little bit of rent free.
And Hyacinth clearly recognized you. She saw you before, but her parents
Yeah,
just didn't
she's seen her once, but yeah. She's not trying to traumatize the child. She's trying to traumatize her parents.
Well, your father's kind of pushing. Hey, you gotta. Why does that lady look like Mama? But on the more unfortunate side, though, there was a fire at the Gilded Branch while you're, during this week. It was after it was closed. The police suspect arson.
She has a very strong suspicion who it might be.
Oh yeah, it could be anybody. There's all kinds of strangeness going on.
Oh yeah, totally.
And weird stuff is happening all over the city.
The first thing we need to check: are cats and dogs living together?
We're not that weird yet.
Okay, just double checking.
We don't have to climb a building. Don't have to, if someone asks if we're gods, everyone say yes.
There's a possibility that could come up anyway, but not this week. Teak.
I just thought of the most harmless thing.
You catch wind via Lillian that Boss Marduk has moved his family out of the city temporarily.
I'll be right back.
Like his wives and his daughters.
He's like,
any of his kids or children.
Yeah, he just looks at her in like slight shock, but then also, and he's like, I assume for safety reasons.
Yeah. He is paying high dollar trying to get somebody that can do magic in to do something to the building.
Lovely.
And I've been hearing some strange noises in the building. Not in my apartment itself. A lot of the guys are a little nervous.
Has Teak heard any noises around his apartment?
No.
It's like, do you feel safe? Do you need another place?
Oh no, I think I'm fine. Like I said, nothing weird has happened, in my apartment itself. But coming and going, sometimes you'll hear bangings and clankings or doors opening and shutting. But everybody in town's got ghost stories these days. So.
Yeah, there's been a lot of dead coming back to life, apparently.
Uh, yeah.
But just stay
We-
safe, please.
Oh yeah. I've been burning a little sage. I'm not sure if that's a strange folk tradition or a human tradition, but yeah, it doesn't smell bad, so I'll make the attempt anyway.
I just
As long as it works.
Let's see who else.
He like whenever he gets a chance, he will check on Lillian, like just at least once a day, if anything, just make sure she's okay.
Oh, she's fine. She tells you a story about one of the boys getting, he claims he was pushed down the stairs. But that he was alone when it happened, so yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to get out, get a free day off work.
There's got to be easier ways to do it. But so far she's fine, and most of the accounting types that live in the building are fine. Really, it's mostly the what would be the term she would use? The boss's personal staff, by which she means the gangsters.
That are having the issues.
Yeah. Not so much, the cleaning staff or any of that. I mean, they're hearing noises and getting a little freaked out sometimes. But
When Teak finds that out, he's gonna go talk to a couple of the guards that are around the building and just ask them. It's like, hey, heard some strange going on. Just wanted to see what's going on.
at first, they're a little hesitant to talk to you. Like I said, your relations with the mob are a little cool at the moment. But when you want to start talking about the ghost stuff, and you're one of the Bjorn,
Yeah.
okay, they'll start talking to you a little bit about that.
He's like, you don't have to tell me anything about the mafia side. Just ghost side.
I'm not here
stick to
about
that.
business. I'm here about, mostly it's noises, things getting moved.
Okay, I'm not there. Because I have questions in general right now, but I will.
Teak will be relaying this to Leo and the gang later.
But
so.
Sometimes they'll see movement out the corner of their eye. One guy claims he saw what looked like it looked like somebody's shadow, but it was walking down the hallway, not attached to a wall or anything.
Like, is it happening in like one section of the building, or is it happening all over the building?
Yeah, it's just sort of everywhere.
Eesh.
Well, he's like, I mean, Lillian hasn't said anything, hasn't reported anything. And the
Has
cleaning
anybody
staff's
gotten-
only seeing stuff when they're in other places.
Has anybody gotten hurt so far from it? Outside of the guy who I think wanted to just get a day off and fell down the stairs.
One of them snorts. No, I don't think that's what was going on there. He hadn't mentioned it since, but right when it happened, he mentioned hearing a woman laugh after he got pushed.
And he's just like, which staircase was it?
He rattles off which staircase. It's up on the top floor.
Okay.
Which Marduk's personal, a lot of the higher ranking guys stay up there.
Gotcha.
The first couple of floors, Some of that's just regular tenants. They do have some regular tenants. Because you got to keep the place looking legit.
So they mentioned it was in the top floor. Do they say like what floor of the building? Like top floor or?
Yeah. The top floor.
Hmm.
And the elevators become unreliable. But then that kind of just loses. Seems like it loses power and they just stuck between floors. Sometimes.
So you've shut off the elevator, I hope.
For the most part. They've got guys out working on it, and then they'll test it, and it'll be fine for a day, and then they'll start doing it again. Basically, you just get a lot of kind of haunted house stories.
Right.
They're freaked out. They do let slip that the boss is looking for, a wizard or a shaman or something. Somebody that can come in and do something.
Yep. Pocket that for Leo.
Heck, I hear he was even thinking about, calling up one of the human priests, seeing if he can get them over there.
Desperate to call up a human priest.
Yeah. It turns out when you got. It turns out the boss's business, there's a certain reputation there, so. He sent some folks out to the reservation to ask, if they'd help, but they don't want nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Makes sense. Just
I'd assume they just
knowing
hated
what
strange folks, except except they got a centaur out there.
just knowing what y'all do in y'all's business, I'm not surprised. But I'll keep my ear to the ground and see if I can send anybody over.
Yeah. Maybe that Leo guy you work with.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. So anyway, thanks for the tips.
Hey,
He'll walk.
Anything to get rid of these spooks.
In Teek's memory, does he remember if he can go to the top floor of the stairs and the top floor is locked, or do they have it on guard?
Usually, it's a basically a security door up there. It's a thicker door than normal.
Yeah, but they probably have someone posted up there.
Usually,
Right?
there's somebody posted, either inside the stairwell or outside.
Okay. Teek will journey on up that particular staircase, and he'll just look around just to see if he can see anything. I'm sure he's not going towards the guard and the door. He's just looking at the top of the staircase.
Okay. You don't see anything unusual. You don't have any supernatural senses or anything.
No. He'll look at the guard and he'll ask if he has seen any strangeness, like either with the door, with the stairs, like figures, blah blah blah.
He's been alone walking the hallways and seeing things out of the corner of his eye. Nothing specific, just movement. You spin around though, and there's nobody there. There's no doors, open doors, no doors shutting.
So still the haunted house stuff kind of thing. Got it. Okay. Tico nod, thank him, and head back down and leave.
Let's see.
He will relay all of this to the Bjorn when he meets up with them, though.
Okay. So, Leo, you now know that the Boss Marduk's apartment building is apparently haunted.
Not it. Well, one thing I wanted to check with the influx of Raising Dead, I'm going to actually periodically send my fetch out just to see just how active, but also call this, see where I essentially try to triangulate to see how, if it's just all over the city, or is it happening in specific areas?
All right. Well, now you've already said your fetch is mostly out there looking for a spirit that knows that
Okay,
spell.
okay.
Now
Okay.
it can keep its eyes open as it's traveling around searching. It can keep its eyes open the rest of the city.
Okay, that's...
And stuff seems to be going on pretty much everywhere it goes. The paper is full of stories, all kinds of radio stuff. People that can afford to just leave town for a little while seem to be leaving. Some people have started asking, mostly human people, have started asking why you guys haven't done anything about it. As though you can snap your fingers to take care of a citywide problem.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
The mayor being one of these people.
Well, considering who his friends with, that's...
Yeah. Now,
he's...
mayoral candidate Jack Howard, on the other hand, kind of takes the opposite view. You know, he has no doubt the Bjorn are working on it. But, you know, obviously on something this scale, it's going to take them some time. Everybody should say their prayers, burn their sage, you know. Do what they can.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of the dead on consecrated ground getting up?
Well, you can call, shoot, what was the name?
There's a
the
church we
priest
can
we
call.
were- Yeah.
Yeah,
there is.
That church that y'all had the fight with the vampire at,
Mm-hmm.
it was named after a saint, I think.
The one where
St. George.
we know
Yeah.
the the vampire that there is something spiritual there guarding it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if one of you swings by and checks with the bishops there,
Mhm.
no, none of their graves have been disturbed.
Okay.
But they've had a lot of practitioners come in, with stories, and they've been going out to homes and praying with people, and
Mhm. Okay, so I say Michael probably do that, and then at whatever day the BR meet up throughout the week where they're like trying to put together info. Then he'll mention that none of the graves at the church are disturbed whatsoever, and secondly that a wizard that he knows has commented that whoever or whatever is doing this is either A, very skilled, or B, has a significant amount of raw power.
All right. So as we get towards the tail end of the week, Michael, you were at work
Yes.
one day. When a fairly large contingent of police show up.
Okay.
With the, let's see, I guess it would be the Middleton, no, the Highland Park precinct captain. And he walks in, he talks to your boss. Hey, I need to speak to Mr. Anderson a moment. We may need to borrow him. Oh, your boss is like, he leads the guy over to you and gives you a look like, I expect details later.
can I help you?
Yes, Mr. Anderson. We are going to, we know you have put a man we thought was a victim into uh, protective housing. He doesn't want to call it protective custody since you're not legal.
Got it.
We're going to need him.
Why?
In investigating his house, there are literal bodies buried in his basement.
Are there skeletons in his closet?
He sighs and goes, "Lovely.
They seem to have been killed in a ritualistic fashion.
And who sent you that direction, might I ask?"
It was an anonymous tip.
So Voss or the mayor?
Lots of heads in the room kind of go when you say the mayor.
At this point, there is a tone level of sheer like vitrilistic disdain when he says those names. And it's very obvious he holds both of them in all forms of contempt.
That is certainly not impossible. That Miss Voss, since Mr. Noah was convinced she was after him, that's always a possibility.
She has an entire league of assassins currently hunting people down. I'm not surprised.
But Mr. Noah had a dirt basement. The bodies were buried. And it wasn't like recently, tapped down dirt. Some of these bodies had been there for a while.
Well, that explains a few things.
So if you would take us to him, we're going to have to take him into custody for questioning and such.
You and a detective, I'll take you there and you can question him there.
They'd much rather take him down to the precinct. And you know that that's standard procedure. When he was a potential victim, they would bend the rules to try to keep him safe. But
Michael, he just gives him a look and like, so you see everything that's happening in the city right now.
Yes.
And what you just found, which you have just made me aware of, which does not make me terribly pleased.
Yeah, it's some pretty gruesome business.
Can you imagine what's going to happen?
We're going to put extra people watching him, given the previous crap, brain fart. Because of the previous witness that died in protective custody. And I mean, on watch, like, there will always be multiple people in the room with him.
That's better, I suppose. Of course. So, Voss is trying to draw him out by using the legal system now, as opposed to sending assassins after him.
Well, by his own admission, from what I gather already, he had admitted to or claimed that he had been working with Voss in some way.
Yeah. This is not going to end well. But legally, I'm bound, so.
All right. So they follow you out there. Noah is not pleased. He's not pleased at this all. He feels betrayed. The police are incredibly freaked out by his the way he has decorated the apartment.
From what I understand, it was to ward against spirits.
So Noah throws quite a fuss about getting drug out. But and the entire ride back to the police department, he's looking around, kind of panicked. You know, not like he's seeing things, but like he's on watch, like he's expecting to see something. Let's see, was there anything else of importance to the week?
I assume Rachel has left now.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
did
yes,
Rachel
she's
hang out to
gone.
kill zombies or leave?
No, she's not. She hung out for like a day. It was like the next day she hung out and then she left.
Is the well done?
Yes, the well will be finished at the end of the week.
Okay.
Let's see, Charlie. You don't have any more corpses. Get up out of the morgue at least. Though you have some more brought in. Not by Salvador. He just drops the ones he runs across.
Yeah, no, that's just blam, blam, blam. Okay, they're down. That'll be $30.
It eventually becomes easy to distinguish, even if they were fairly fresh. Because even just running around for a few hours, all the blood sinks to the lower legs. It makes them look extremely kind of swollen and bruised.
I will say, yeah, Michael's probably charbroiling the ones he runs across.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's plenty of reports of, shambling dead,
Logistical question. What are they doing with the corpses post-recorpsing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will imagine, like, if there's a lot of them that show up, Michael will just go, just put them out by the river, and he will just incinerate the bodies.
Set them on fire.
There has been a few dozen of the actual animated corpses walking around.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking shambling hordes.
No. It is not a full-on zombie apocalypse. It's just some weird necromantic stuff going on.
Do we have IDs on the less corporeal looking ones, or the less humanoid looking ones? I imagine that's important for the people that are watching us gun down their relatives.
Yeah.
But yeah, you most of the time they're able to figure out at least who the fresh ones are. Some of them that dug their way out of their graves, they were decayed enough. It's hard to tell exactly which grave, though people are finding, disturbed graves.
Sure.
Grandpa, you're back.
Nom, 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 nom.
Lassie, you're home.
Are they the bite people zombies, or are they just beating people up?
The decayed, kind of messed up old ones just seem to be attacking anybody they run across.
Understood.
The fresher, more complete ones seem to be focused. They seem to have targets.
Okay.
And then there's this in-between area where they seem to go after a specific person, but then after that, they just sort of become wandering, randomly violent.
Got it.
Does Teak have his gun by now?
Oh! We'll take... He will...
Teak wants his gun.
He will when we start up the next session.
I lose a gun to gain a magic gun, so...
Yeah. But we'll cover that next session because there is stuff to go over there. Because you have to be there to help the dwarf with the ritual.
Yeah, I knew that. I just...
So, the city is plagued by... You could say hordes of the undead, but it's not hordes of zombies. Lots of zombies, lots of ghosts.
The risen undead.
Yes.
The risen dead, excuse me.
Nothing that sounds vampire-y.
Thank God.
Though there was at least one murder where the body was. Well, not the entire body. It's like pieces were cut out. You know,
Ew.
mostly muscle.
Delicious.
But that seems to be the most mundane thing going on in the town at the moment. Yeah, I think we're good for this week. Y'all have been running around frantically trying to take care of all this stuff.
Yep.
So I hope y'all had a good time. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next week. Hope anybody at home enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us again next time.
Hope my computer wants to agree with me for next time.
Yep. We had multiple computer issues today.
Yeah.
Though props to Patrick's computer, at least once it finally got going, it was stable.
Patrick's had the good sense to wait until before session.
Yeah.
But anyway, again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason. And with the night has been Patrick as Leo.
Good evening, everyone.
Rappy as Charlie. Jeremy as Salvador. Eric as Michael. Sarah as Vivian. And Carr as Teak. And we will see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
So tread with care.
Tune in next week for another spiritual adventure.
The sign. Abomination. Alley's light. For in the night the shadows grow and take with them your trouble.